Hi everyone, I'm Swathi from Indiahikes. One thing lots of trekkers come back and tell us that I went on this particular trek, but you have marked it easy, moderate, but I found it so difficult. Maybe you should change it to a moderate or moderate difficult trek. This is something we hear very, very often. So I thought it is important for everybody to understand a little bit about our difficulty ratings and how we go about rating them, because these ratings are not absolute. They're all relative to each other and each difficulty level has a certain meaning. So here's what each of these difficulty ratings mean. We classify our treks into a few levels of difficulty. First is easy, moderate, moderate difficult, and difficult. So these are our levels. Now, we never used to have an easy level earlier because no trek is easy, because every trek requires you to walk on your two legs and requires a certain sense of fitness. However, over time we realize that there are certain treks which you can actually get off your desk and go do it. So those are the treks that we classify as easy. They usually involve around 2-3 hours of walking every day, where even exit is very easy. You will, like in case of medical emergencies, or you'll be more leisurely resting than actually trekking. There are not likely to be too many steep ascents or descents. So those are what we classify as easy treks. Then comes your easy moderate treks, which includes Ali Bedni Bugyal, Dayara Bugyal. These are the kind of treks where you're covering around 4 to 6 kilometers every day, where you start in the morning and you're usually at the next camp by lunchtime, and you have enough time to rest for the rest of the day. So you're not trekking way too much. There are going to be some ascents and descents over here, especially on the days when you're climbing to the summit or the highest point of the trek. Even on these treks, exit is usually easy. It could take around 4-5 hours. And that's one of the reasons we classify it as easy moderate. Then comes our moderate treks, where it is slightly more difficult, where your walking duration is longer, your distances covered on a daily basis are longer. There might be some tricky sections like a river crossing, or maybe there's a boulder section to cross, and exit could also take a little more time than the previous two. It could take almost an entire day. Then comes the moderate difficult treks, which usually climb higher up, maybe around 13,000-14,000 feet. You're walking long hours, usually 8 to 9 hours a day, and many days might involve such long hours. Some days may even involve 12 to 13 hours of trekking, where you're crossing a high pass or climbing a high summit. On these treks, exit can easily take more than a day, because if you've gone deep into the trek, to stretcher you out in case of an emergency evacuation takes a very long time and a lot of manpower. Because we are talking about places where there's no helicopter rescue or anything. It is just manual labor involved in exiting somebody from the trek. Then comes the difficult treks, which are meant only for the experienced trekkers. These are very high altitude treks where there's a lot of risk of acute mountain sickness. There is a lot of risk of even just physical injuries, because there are a lot of technical sections. You might be walking on a glacier and you will be walking long hours, of course. And on these treks, you may even have to pitch in to actually put your tent together to maybe help cook a meal. So these are for the experienced trekkers, and it's something you can aim to move towards. So as a beginner, which trek should you choose? I would recommend going for easy, moderate, or if you're very fit, then the moderate treks. For the other two categories, I would say get some experience and then choose those. You'll have a better experience overall. How Indiahikes will help you is, we are known to be the safest trekking organization in India, purely because of the people we have, our processes which are very stringent when it comes to safety, and the equipment that we use. So for almost every single situation that can emerge in the mountains, we are always prepared. More than that, we always try to prevent rather than cure. So we are always on the watch for any kind of medical issues, for any kind of weather issues also. We are prepared and we don't want to ever enter the situation. So our mantra is to nip it in the bud before things get too bad, and you will see that reflecting on your trek. If you're curious to know our entire safety protocol and how we go about it, we have an article in the description below on what makes Indiahikes the safest trekking organization in India. Take a look at it. It has everything detailed out. You'll not likely have a doubt after that. If you have any doubts, please drop in a comment below and we'll help you out. On the other hand, if you feel the need to talk to any of us, do fill the form in the description below and we'll help you out personally. So we'll be back with more soon. I'm Swathi from Indiahikes and you're watching Trek with Swathi.